Hi, my name is Joanie Eisinger. Welcome to my channel. Please go to jonieswhitelighthealing.com if you'd like to find out more about me. I offer sessions for folks who are local to North Central New Jersey in person, and I also offer Skype, phone, FaceTime video, and Facebook video sessions as well. They are all equally effective. I only bring in the highest of Christ's light consciousness, meaning the ones that received the enlightenment. They did their work and they achieved and grew and developed. I do not bring in lower energies. I used to be an LCSW in New York State. In New York City, I offered individual and group therapy in day treatment programs for addicts and alcoholics, as well as the mentally ill. Around 2003, 4, 5, I became gifted with abilities and I was fast-tracked. I became able to channel departed ones and pets, do hands-on healing in person and remotely, jump into past lives in a single bound, see into bodies doing medical intuitive work, channeling animals and doing healings on them, as well as on crystals and plants. I was working on auras and chakras, doing DNA activation, healing hands, etc. So here we are today, 180-degree different life. I gave up the social work. That could be no more after the experience that I had. So I do this professionally. There are no timestamps on this video. It is December 10. And if you are seeing this past December 10, 2020, Spirit knows who is going to be watching and when. Shelve what doesn't resonate, because maybe at a later date you will have an aha and you will jive with what came through me. I bring in ascended masters, archangels, angels, departed ones and guides, star beings, elementals, and consciousnesses. So here we are. I had put in a request on Facebook if folks had had any requests for future YouTubes, and someone did reach out to me and they said they wanted me to go into procrastination. So I'm not sure, I don't remember whether I did that before in the past year, but it doesn't matter, because there's always information that supports past information and there's new information that comes in. So I believe that if I did do this before, it is not going to be a repeat. It is what Spirit wants y'all to know now. So I'll just give a teeny bit about Joanie's words about procrastination, kind of like defining what it is. If folks want to know like what angle I'm coming in, at least what Joanie thinks the angle is that's going to be brought through me. Procrastination is knowing that you have to do something. There's a task or a project, business, errands, something to do, and that you put it off. Now, this isn't rocket science, but I felt the need to define it for folks who are wondering about procrastination. It's not as much I'm late for a very important date, and you keep saying that you're late. It's more putting off what needs to be done, holding off, avoiding and distracting perhaps. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to do a reading and a healing for the collective around procrastination. I put my Joanie spirit aside and I bring in Spirit as a collective, as one voice, and we're going to get more to the etiology, the behind the scenes underlying reasons why folks as a collective generally procrastinate, and maybe why there's more going on at this time. I don't know, but I go in without bias and prejudice. I go in with that tabula rasa, the clean slate, and I see what comes through. Okay, here we go. So the first thing I get is I don't want to. So many people who are procrastinating do not want to do what they need to do. So Joanie asks more questions. Where does that come from? The I don't want to do that. In different lifetimes, many people were subjugated and they were oppressed and they were forced. There's a lot of slavery, a lot of I also see a lot of people meddling in their behavior and in their business and not having privacy. So between being forced to do something and also not having privacy when they are in fact doing something, the person doesn't want to do it, whether it is oppressive, whether it's embarrassing, whether the person is in their personal space or there are secrets, whatever the case. It seems that the top two, I almost see them vying for about the same level of why one would be procrastinating, why that's a theme, whether it's an ongoing theme or current. It's underlying reasons. The I don't want to is I was subjugated in the past, I was oppressed and enslaved, and also there's no reason for you to know this. You're meddling, you're a busybody. I don't want to be seen when I'm doing this. You see me and you hear me, therefore I don't want to do it because you're going to see and know and possibly tell others about it. Secrets, people wanted to keep secrets, and if they were not hiding, if they were visible, people would then know their business. And so again, people not wanting to engage in behavior, hence procrastinating, because there's karma from other lifetimes around busybodies and people peering in and knowing what they are doing. So regarding the enslavement and being coerced and forced, which is karma being held and transferring over into this lifetime as a bleed through effect, and also the being seen, the having folks meddling and peering, and where there's no privacy regarding what you are doing and saying. Let's heal the karma around this. Across time and space, forwards and backwards, across all generations, the enslavement and the oppression, the coercion, that this isn't your business. Where are you? I want to know where you are. I can't see you, but I know you're watching. You're meddling. You're a voyeur. My secrets will be told. You're in my space. I don't want you to know me. And anything not aforementioned regarding this theme, where you do not want to do it and you are procrastinating. We ball up all those lifetimes. Forgive yourself. Forgive everyone and everything. There you go. It's a lot. This is very deep. I feel very heavy around this. A lot of angst. Ask for everyone and everything's forgiveness and thank God for these life lessons. For those of you whose mouths hurt, and if you're having any dental work and you are also procrastinating, if this is medically indicated, sip tea, warm tea, not hot, not cold, not icy. I see your assisting your mouth in healing right now. Okay, I'm going to go back in. And again, disclaimer, please see your healthcare professional. This is for entertainment purposes only. See your dentist if you need to. Going back in regarding procrastination. This is what I got over and over. If I do this, it will hurt. Therefore, I'm not going to do it. If I do this, it's going to hurt. It seems for some of you, the reason why you procrastinate is because it could have been in this lifetime or it's what you're dealing with now. And other lifetimes, avoidance, because you know that if you engage in this activity, it's going to hurt. It could be mental, physical, emotional, spiritual pain. There are a lot of beliefs that you're holding on to. There's shame, sadness, fury, rage, and I also see a lot of weariness around this. If I were to put a voice to the collective around this area of why one would procrastinate, it would be, I am so tired. I have been through so much. There's a lot of war and a lot of pain, and I just don't want to do this. It is so horrible. I can't go forward. I don't want to do this. It's a mess, and I've done so much, and there are people dying, and there's so much pain and so much suffering, and I can't handle this. I don't want to do this. It's too much. And I see a lot of overwhelmment. I feel that it is just, there's a lot of catastrophe and people that just don't want to move forward because they know that pain would ensue. Let's get rid of karma around this. Across time and space, forwards and backwards, across all generations. The I do not want to do this because it would hurt. That would lead to one procrastinating. Forgive yourself and forgive everyone. Oh, very sad, very emotional here. Oh, I feel like someone's tooth is really throbbing. Ask for everyone and everything's forgiveness and thank God for these life lessons. Have a sip of water, and if you need ginger to settle your stomach, have ginger, that would assist. I'm going back in regarding procrastination. I also see someone saying, it's not possible. If I do that, it's not going to work. So why even bother? I'm not even going to try. It's not possible. It's not going to work, and it's impossible. It's like closing the door before engaging in the activity. I'm not even going to bother. It didn't work before. Why even try? Let's see where that comes from. It's interesting. I see sometimes you engage in things and it would work out and other things not. So it's like a toss-up, that there are situations that you're in where it could go either way and you're choosing not to because you're remembering there's the soul hearkening other lifetimes of disaster, defeat, and that you choose to either relegate your responsibility to someone else, relinquishing responsibility. You have no interest because you're erring on that it's on the side of it failing versus it's being a success. It's more like a toss-up, that it could go either way and you choose to not do it because you're not sure and you don't want to try. I want to go into other lifetimes a little bit deeper about that, about the toss-ups and the underlying karma here. Well, you're blaming yourself here. So I see a lot of karma towards self. I see a lot of, I screwed up. I screwed up. Self-pity, couldn't do it. I screwed up. I failed. A lot of name calling. And this is too hard. Why even bother? I made disasters, so it'll probably happen again. Negative thinking and self-blame. Across time and space, forwards and backwards across all generations, we're balling up all those lifetimes. Where was a toss-up? Engaging in the activity could go either way. But because of some of those lifetimes where you blamed yourself because it didn't work out, you're name calling yourself and you're saying, well, it's going to be a disaster. You're projecting it's not going to work out, even though it's a toss-up. And there's a lot of self-blame. There's some blame towards others, but it's mostly about yourself. Forgive yourself. For some of you, I see the mighty sword just went up. So as a result of your forgiving yourself, I see the strength, like underdog, like you can do this, like forgive everyone and everything. And I see master-slave relationships where I see some of these bonds are being broken right now as a result of your forgiving other. Ask for everyone and everything's forgiveness. Thank God for these life lessons. God meaning all that is, the collective, the I am, not a God that is separate from. Sip water. For those of you who are engaging in any of the forgiveness work, sip water between now and when you go to sleep. It'll help flush negative energies through the physical body. I'm going to go in again, see if there's anything more that Spirit has to say regarding procrastination. It's interesting. I'm seeing, I don't know, I just have to channel. It feels male looking at a woman saying, you're a jewel in the crown. You are so beautiful. You are beyond belief. There is no way I could attain you. I could never go near you. I'm not even going to try. You are so far from anything I ever thought I could ever have. I'm so far beneath you. So I think that there could be some viewers where they are enthralled by another, and they're not attempting to engage in flirting, chatting, getting to know you, because you are assessing in some way that you are beneath them. You're not giving yourself any credit for who you are. And I feel this is karmic. I feel that you have lost people in different lifetimes. And as a result of losing a friend, losing a love, this procrastination you have has to do with they're unattainable. I'm nowhere near their level, and I'm not even going to try. And you put off talking to people, getting to know people, flirting, showing that you're interested because there's karma. You blamed people for losses of love, and you blame yourself. This is karma. And as a result, in this lifetime, there seems to be procrastination around dating and love. Let's work on that karma. Across time and space, forwards and backwards, across all generations, we ball up all of those love lost, like lost, even the lusting that would just go away, and that you would blame yourself and other, therefore you don't even try in this lifetime to engage with other around intimacy and romance and relationship. And you say inside, I forgive myself. Good. Forgive everyone and everything. Ask for everyone and everything's forgiveness, and thank God for these life lessons. Fabulous. That's huge. Huge, I tell you. That'd be huge. Huge. Good. I have a feeling that you might not be single much longer. So for some of you that were holding back on romance, on getting to know you and chatting and flirting, you might find yourself dating as a result of having done this forgiveness work in the procrastination category, love lost. I'm going to go in, see if there's anything more. I just see a mishmash. It's like a hodgepodge of folks. These are like, I think, either it's not as common, either these issues are not as common than the ones aforementioned, or spirits put them all the rest into like a hodgepodge. So there are folks that are procrastinating because they say, this is too much, I can't do it, I ruined it, I screwed up, this is impossible, I don't want to do it, this is deemed unnecessary, so why should I even bother? I can't do this, I won't do this, I don't want to do this, you can't make me do this, who are you? Why are you telling me what to do? Blame, 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 blame. I'm in the middle of things, I have too much to do, I can't do this. There's a lot of, it's interesting, it's almost like infighting. It's almost like a battle within. Ultimately, you might not have heard that when I just kept going and going, but then when I went into that, I asked what like the theme would be of all of those. And it's like inner battle. It's like you're fighting with your own, you're fighting with yourself. Like, you know better, and you're just axing yourself. You're absolutely cremating yourself. It's destruction of self. Let's find out where that comes from. Torment. You tormented folks, other folks tormented you. So I'm seeing that the procrastination is regarding you're having tormented others and now you're tormenting yourself. Some of your procrastination is in fact tormenting others, but more so of it is screwing yourself real good. So you incurred karma towards self and other. Cross time and space, forwards and backwards across all generations, where you tormented others and you sure as heck tormented yourself. And that inner turmoil, the battling, destruction, muddying up the waters, being befuddled. Your head messed up in all directions, all different directions, frenzied. And you say inside, I forgive myself. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Forgive everyone and everything. Ask for everyone and everything's forgiveness and thank God for these life lessons. Hallelujah. Look at you. There's a lot going on there. There's a lot of information streaming into the collective regarding procrastination. It's a lot of teaching. The souls you work with, and a lot of elementals as well, are working with you on standing strong, on believing in self, and knowing that all is well. I have to channel this. Know your station in life. Know who you are. Be your best friend. Know your station. Know where you fit into the collective. Get to know yourself real well. When you take the veil off and you see your true essence and you see yourself and all that belies you, you will grow. You will shift. Then things start getting done. Procrastination becomes something of the past. Watch the miracles happen. If you, in fact, can identify with being a procrastinator and you have done the forgiveness work through this video and you still have more, go back and do it again and just sit with it and go through it. There might be more layers to the issue. Now, if you don't want to watch the video, fine. You don't have to. You don't need me for this, okay? I teach you how to do this. You can say, around the procrastination issue, I ball up all the lifetimes. I forgive myself. I forgive everyone and everything. That's the way you clear karma. When you ask for everyone and everything's forgiveness, it's just the icing on the cake. When you thank God for these life lessons, spirit, creator, source, however you want to say it, you're just icing on the cake. You're just adding and rounding it off and making it more beautiful. You could do this whenever you want. And I suggest sipping water after you do the exercise. I hope this assisted you, and I will see you again. Bye, y'all.